You talk about in the introduction about your own childhood and the things you were writing at school, but you also mention the William stories, Richmond Crumpton's William stories,
yes,
as being important for you. Partly, I suppose they are comic short stories, aren't they?
Yes, I mean Richmond Crumpton, who of course started writing the William books in the 1920s and carried right through to about the 1960s. I think the last one I think is William the Astronaut or something like that it's called, or William Goes to the Moon, something like that. She had just had that great knack of capturing the voice of a 12-year-old boy. You know, even though he wasn't anything like my childhood growing up. You know, he lived in a middle-class home. They had a maid and a cook, and they lived in rural surroundings. So everywhere was countryside and adventures, which wasn't my story. But no, I was immediately captured by him. And when you're that age, something that makes an impression on you. I was very pleased to revisit her work, and I went to the first book, William the. Is it called?
Outlaw.
William the Outlaw, thank you.
I think, yeah.
And the first story which features the outlaws, in fact, I thought was great. I mean, the one with the sleeping aunt. Mm-hmm. They have a sort of, without giving too much away, but it's only one short story, I suppose. William and his friends decide to have a sort of an exhibition of unusual things. So they paint the dog pink and they do various things like this. But the great draw for all the kids in the neighbourhood is the sleeping aunt, who makes these terrible noises when she's asleep, and they all come in and listen to her. And her father.
And people pay a penny or something, don't they? People
pay a penny to see it. And William's father is really pleased because she's been staying at the house for 3 months, and it looks like she's not leaving. And she says, "I've never been so insulted in all my life," and leave. And William gets 2 and 6pence, so he's very happy.